How are you guys doing today? Or this fine morning? Good, I hope. Well, before I start drawing, of course, I have to show off the wares. So I'll jump into it and I need to start drawing. So, Under God, Volume 1 and Volume 2, they are available on my Shopify store at angelsoftherenaissance.com. You can get Volume 1 physical copies, and with this title right here, it's going to be like limited, so through time it's going to change. So I have the new font and the new title, everything. So these books with this title, there's only going to be a few of them left. But the digital version of Volume 2 is available, and it's at 281 pages. Well, 278, but the physical will have 281. Under God Volume 1 is at 252 pages physical. Digital 250, I believe. Yes. So go check that out. It's all available and ready to go. And we are staying consistent, or I am, and jumping into Volume 3 already. I'm so excited about Volume 3 and what's to come and the things that are going to happen, that will happen. So yeah, I'll go ahead and get into it. So, but yeah, some things I'd like to cover. First off, I have I have something big gonna happen here in 2026, and I'm not gonna tell you guys. Only one other person knows, but yeah, you guys ain't gonna find out till next year around this time, and so I'm kind of like saving it on the back burner, and that work will start production here very soon, and I'm thinking about going full colored with it, with a mix of the pens and paints and stuff. Like a really beautiful piece, you know. But also the story. It's like the story for it would match the art for it too. So yeah, some big news there, and what's gonna happen. And let's just say I'm gonna go the weird. Let's just say I'm gonna go the crowdfunding route with this one, and where it's gonna go, and I'll just leave it at that. So yeah, something I've been thinking about. Let's see. So yeah, since I have more time now, I've been watching my father on his recovery and everything, and I've been getting more, much more drawing done. Again, I've been getting a lot of drawing done. So in the meantime, it's just one of those things that falls into your lap, and you're just like, all right, well, I will take this time and take advantage of it. I'll just keep producing as much as I can before I have to clock back in to a place. But on some real stuff, I would really like to just create stories and create art, create, for like 24/7. That's like a drive. Of course, you got to get out and do stuff too. You have to. But in the meantime, this is what I need to do. Get the work done. Just like for any other creators, just get this work done. And enjoy it, like I question some other creators, like I know there's like Comics Gate and all that stuff, but it's just like, do you want to create or do you want to just talk? Me personally, I just want to put the work out there. Uh, and I know, like right now with the physical copies for Volume Two, I'm behind with that. The book is done. I mean, it's available digital, and I'm trying to get the funds for it right now to get that happening. Like the rest of it, it's like that's what I need, and I'll have original art here available like this week on my store. So the funding will help with that. So yeah, I'm just timing myself with everything at the moment. Just trying to figure out how to balance all this out and keep everything going. Because I know there's people they want the physical copies, and I don't blame them. I want one. I want one myself, a volume two. I want one too. And it's just the times that things are just happening in my life, and that's no excuse or anything. It's just I just got to make it work. And I don't want you guys waiting for the physicals. So I'm trying really hard to make this happen. You know, and like I really appreciate the support and everything you guys, like this whole, like my fans and people that support my book and what my cause and what I'm doing. I'm like awesome. That's the fan art too. Like that's awesome. I enjoyed that. From Yoshi Harada and from Kite. You know, thank you for the fan art. When I see that, I show it off. I show those. I show that fan art off, and outside of my drawings or whatever, I enjoy showing the fan art. Like that's my biggest highlight. I love that, and that means a lot to me when you guys do that, especially in these times right now. It's just I don't want to beg for money or just say, hey, I need. I'll rather just work it off and just try to make it presentable to you guys, like bring it to you guys, like. So maybe I'm kind of dumb for doing that and just say, hey, no, do the crowdfunding, do this and that. But at the same time, I've got this project and this other project, which I will surprise you guys with, and I can't wait for next year to show you. And it's outside of Undergod. I'll just say that. And then where it's gonna go, I think it's gonna cause some controversial stuff. And I think it'll be a good push for getting eyes on Undergod as well, and the other projects I have in mind. Because Undergod's not the only manga I have in mind that I want to work on. I have a lot of stories. There's just one, and the thing is, there's just not just throwaway like, oh yeah, let me get it done. It's more like these stories I care about, I care about these stories, and I want them done right. You know, it's like when you care about something, you cultivate it. You kind of give it some time. You think about it. You're not like trying to do the flashy stuff and knock it all out and say, "Hey, wasn't that cool? Wasn't that action scene cool?" There's like more to it than just the action. There's a story. There should be a story in there. Unless you want it, you know, like just dumb action and just like mind numbing. That's fine too. But me personally, the kind of stuff, if I'm going to be there, I want to invest my time. I want to do something like well worth it, you know. Story, art, all that stuff, all in one. So that's where I'm at with that. So and I'll be starting TikTok soon too. I think it'll help get eyes on Undergod and the coming projects I have in mind. Man, I can't wait for you guys to see that. So yeah, this new story, I'm not gonna push it as far as like 200 pages, maybe, I don't know, but it's gonna be at least over 150. So my way of looking at things and working is to be relentless, stay on it, and be consistent. So while my opposition, they're pumping out books at a yearly, I guess, a decade rate or something like that. I want to put books out like, you know, books, not a book out a year, but books out every year. So I wanted to be consistent. Um, but I need to be more consistent with my YouTube videos. I bet you agree with that. 2 seconds. Yeah. So I know there's like a lot of groups out there, other manga groups, and I haven't, you know, I'm not joining any of them. I just kind of like going my working my own speed and doing what I do, and that's fine. And it's cool to have groups and stuff. It's and you know I like seeing people collaborate and do their thing, and they're keeping an art alive. You know, it's just the way I work and the way I choose to work. You know, may conflict with others' beliefs and how they do things. So that's why I work solo. I do my own thing, so there are no conflicts. and drama and all that stuff. So the only drama I want to put are in my books and stuff like that. Write stories. Life is short. There's so much to do when it comes to creating, and it just feels like a human lifetime is just isn't enough. So yeah, that's where I'm at with that. Because it's like that, you know. It's just like, yeah, there's other groups. They got books. They have other artists under them, and I'm like, I give them that. You know, it's like to handle a bunch of other artists under your wing. You know, that's to me. I ain't gonna lie, I'll be kind of overwhelmed a bit because of I'm making my own manga, and I'm like trying to do this and then balance that. Those that are doing that, I give it to you guys. You guys got it. That's just too much on my plate for me to handle. Because we're even like doing this manga is like a big project. I'd rather die doing what I love and create and put out in the world than die for someone else's cause and their own creations. You know, I want to die creating what I create, not someone else's idea. So that's where we're at. That's where I'm at with this. I mean, if someone needed, you know, it's like, hey, can I commission you to do this? And we'll see. We'll see where we're at. If it's looking right and it's not interfering with what I'm doing, then yeah, we can do that. See, no problem. So my new thing now, instead of just waiting, like do all the pages, and I'm just gonna scan as I go. Like every 10 pages, I'm gonna scan them all in, put the dialogue, get that all in, ready to go. Because if I can push out volume 3 as fast as I can and not lose quality and all that good stuff, and I can jump into volume 4, I just, just get faster with it, because I'm getting faster with this stuff. Like I'm refining my techniques and refining how I work. You just kind of like learn as you go and just kind of build a system. So yeah. Oh shit, he's got volume 3 already out. Cool. But the reason I work like this is for my readers, for my dedicated audience, and the new ones too. So they're not sitting there waiting, wondering what's going to happen with Sevens in October and the adventure that lays before them, and who are they going to meet? What kind of people are they going to meet? Who are they going to like? That kind of stuff. Like, I don't feel you should wait. For my readers personally, I don't want them to wait. I choose to put in this time like this, even the backgrounds, all that. Like, I want to make the world feel alive as well, feel lived in. gotta work like that, you know what I mean? Kind of stories I want to write that leave, you know, stories that kind of, I want to make stories that leave an impact and make you think about things. And I want to write adventures and stuff like that, places you can escape to, unfamiliar places, strange worlds or new ones, and all that stuff. So yeah, that's why I work solo, because I can work at my own pace, and I don't have to answer to anyone. I've done enough of that in the past, so the only person I have to answer to is myself on this, and my fans. That's it. My fans matter. People that read my books, they matter. So yeah, I work for my fans and my audience, and for myself. So, so at the same time, I want to know what's going to happen. I want. Oh, I already know what's going to happen, but I want to like push the adventure. You know, like I want to see it in physical form. So it's like these are the things you leave behind on this planet. You know, your works, your children. You know, all that stuff. Those are things that stay behind as you ascend forward or descend or whatever happens in between. But but yeah, that's what happens. You put your work out there and it becomes the world's, you know, becomes theirs in the future. So I kind of look at things like that. Maybe a little bizarre to some, but that's okay. That's fine. I'll come back to October and clean her up a bit, and I should go to a smaller nib, a finer nib for details.